Man, this is a video I was not expecting to make, certainly not anytime soon, but Jon Anik may be walking away from the sport of MMA very soon. He was quoted saying, "I'm growing tired of this MMA space a little bit and just the morass of negativity when there is a close fight. I've just been very off put with the negativity that has permeated my feed since Saturday night. I'm just not sure how much longer I have in this space." And he is making this statement based on the fans' reactions to the Du Plessis and Strickland fight. And this is something that's extremely sad to see because Jon Anik, in my personal opinion, besides Joe Rogan, he's probably the second greatest voice that we have ever seen when it comes to UFC broadcasts and commentary. He brings just so much to the table, and the guy is just such a nice and humble guy. He is so likable. And it's tough, man. Doing anything that deals with sports, it's an extremely tough business to do. Whether you're a fan of it, you're doing some type of work for it, like Jon Anik on commentary, or you're a fighter yourself, it is extremely mentally draining, especially when it comes to the fan base at some times. Multi-time kickboxing world champion Gabriel Varga actually puts this really well.
This sport is not for you if you cannot handle criticism. If you're looking for unwavering support, you're not going to get it. I've won all these belts, and I still have people on my YouTube channel telling me I don't know what I'm doing. I just had somebody yesterday saying, "Oh, he's a faker, pretender." Oh, okay. And until you get to a very, very high level, you're going to have so many people questioning you. And even when you do accomplish something like this, you're still going to have those people out there. So if you're wanting to collect some belts, get some leather clad skin on and be ready for the criticism.
He puts this in a really good way, and to be honest, I think he's being a little nice because I wouldn't even call it criticism. Most of the time of what I see out there is just people talking, saying the stupidest, most random stuff, and clearly just have no idea what they're talking about. And then if anyone questions them on it, they call them a casual. That's like the biggest thing that they do now is everyone just throws around, "Oh, you're a casual. You don't know what you're talking about," because they have to be right. And if they're wrong, it's impossible. They can't be wrong. But it's the same in every single sport. This just isn't just MMA. It's not just in kickboxing. It's not just in, boxing. It's every sport. You know what I mean? It's in football. I've seen there was actually a game recently where the running back dropped a wide open pass that would have won them the game, and everyone is shitting on him, saying like, "Oh, you should have caught that. It was in your hands," and all this stuff. And most of those people have probably never even touched the field before ever in their life, let alone knows what it feels like to be in the hot seat, to have all the lights on you when it's crunch time. Or like, for example, say when a field goal kicker misses a game-winning field goal or something like that. You know what I mean? And these guys start getting death threats. These people they don't understand what it's like being in that moment and how much pressure. So if this is getting like this to Jon Anik, could you imagine how the actual fighters? But you just got to know and you got to understand, the second you have people kind of talking crap about you or, trying to put you down, that's when you're doing something right. And it took me personally a little bit to really understand that because I'm like, look, how are you going to sit there and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when you don't even know me? You don't know my credentials at all. You don't know who I am or where I come from, what I've done my entire life. You have no idea about me, but yet you're sitting here making claims like you know me personally and you've known me my entire life. But that's when you just got to look at it and you just got to laugh and just brush it off and just move on with your life. Because, there's going to be people out there that are like that. And there's so many, tens of thousands of people out there that are like that. It just comes with the territory. It sucks. And I'm very, very sad to see that it's getting to Jon Anik like this. And it is tough. It is hard. But we all go through it. Even the greatest of all times, your heroes growing up, they've gone through it too. Michael Jordan, if you haven't watched the documentary, The Last Dance, I encourage you to check it out. You can see that it was weighing on him big time. Muhammad Ali also had to go through it. Babe Ruth, the list goes on and on and on. We've all had to go through it in one way or another at some point. It's just a little bit more amplified now with, social media being involved, and now anyone could just type in some random BS. We can't just sit down and enjoy a good fight and, even if we thought one person won, if the judges give it to someone else, just be like, "Oh, okay. At least we got to see a good fight. The guy I thought won has to be the winner because I thought he won that fight." And that's really not how it should be. But I guess it is what it is. Feel free to let me know your thoughts about this whole situation in the comments down below. As always, I thank you all so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.